Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. Another day, another live. This is number 15 on the year. Providing value consistently is what we're all about. This is what we have to do. If you're in sales today, if you're in business, you have to make sure you're providing value consistently, not just sell, close. So I have been trying to pull some people out from my groups, from my community, to give who they are, promote themselves. This is a time to use, to share, to allow others to get to know what you are all about. And it's important that we do this consistently. And a lot of you see me consistently doing it, but I want others to do it more. And if the community starts doing it, watch what happens. So reminder, a couple, ideas to keep in mind when you're watching us. Please hit that share button. The goal is always, my goal is always to have 100 shares. The more people we can get our, message out to, the more the guests can get more engagement, more influence, so we could help others. That's the goal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Other lives have been on there and uploaded. Check out webtalk.co if you haven't seen that yet. It's an opportunity to make some money on social media. And if you're watching, I want to make sure we are basically not private. If you look on and you use StreamYard, if you're involved with doing live things, StreamYard, when it goes onto Facebook, the privacy, you have to make sure you change it and put it to public. Otherwise, nobody will see it. So I want everyone to make sure everyone sees what we're doing. So you should be seeing this live either on my personal page, on Connection Machine, the group, or the YouTube channel. And if you are watching live, hashtag live, and also where you're watching us from. If you're watching in any state, drop that in the comments. We want to see a lot of different comments popping in and out. And I'm going to bring on some of the guests that are action takers, that take some time out of their busy day to share, promote, and they're going to tell you who they are, what they do, and give us one or two tips in the mindset of lead generation, networking, and or non-negotiable. So we'll see how many people can pop through here today. You might have the 3-4 of us the whole time. You might have 15 is my goal, to really just network, grow, learn, and don't forget to hit that share button. So let me bring on a few that are already backstage. We have Jeremy Wenger. What's going on, Jeremy? And we have Jennifer Korneski. What's up? How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm in Jersey. It's a little colder than we like, and it's all over the map. The other day it was warm. Now it's colder.
Yeah.
How is it by you guys? Where are you coming from?
It's Alabama, and it's about bipolar weather as it is up there. And so
For sure.
Man, I'm with you, Shawn.
It's something that I can't wait for this spring to come and really be the nice weather that it is. So I appreciate you guys coming on today. We're going to provide some value. We'll have conversations. There should be others popping in and out. I have, and let's, before we even get started, Jeremy and Jennifer, I put a link out there. How easy was it to jump on this live, Jeremy?
Easy.
Is it difficult? Is it something that you just have to, take yourself outside your comfort zone, or is it something you're normally doing, right?
Oh, you're talking about me personally?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like clicking the link if it was hard. No, I mean, it was very simple, but no, I loved it. I haven't done one. I entered like a group style, like hang out and just chat in a long time. So it's good to get back into the pool again.
Awesome. And Jennifer?
No, it was super easy, like to click the link and join this. I'm excited because my first time was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just jumped in. I didn't know what to expect, and it's so fun. It's great to connect with you guys.
Yeah, it's something that I enjoy. I had a post earlier today. If you like to use texting or calling, a lot of people go that route as far as just texting. And I actually want to see people. I like to connect with people, see eye to eye, see body manners. These are how you really can build relationships. With a text message, you can get your communication across, but sometimes it could be twisted because you might read it wrong. And that's not what you want to do. So as we get started right now, I would love for Jeremy to go first, and we'll have Jennifer. Tell those that are watching, and those that are watching on the replay, hashtag replay, who are you? what do you do? And then give us a tip or two on either lead generation, networking, and any non-negotiables that you might have in your life.
Well, yeah, I mean, Shawn, I appreciate you allowing me to come on today. And it's this Saturday. I'm still wiping the sleep out of my eyes, but yeah, it's been really cool for the past for 2020 into 2021. My company is WordPress Media, and we work with a lot of service providers and helping them future-proof their business model. And a lot of that has bled over into working with wedding venue owners. And so, whether it's helping them really expand the front end side of their sales flow, or even improving their workflows, where we really specialize at. And so whether it involves different tools throughout the process, awesome. But mainly we're focusing on automation and helping them really to pull back and work on the business instead of being sucked into the busyness of the business. And so it's been really cool. But I want to try to do my best to knock out 3 of those things in one, because with having your non-negotiables and using networking as a lead generator has been one of my favorite things to do, as far as why we are always staying busy and why we've always got a great pipeline. But it's because of relationships. If you don't have your non-negotiables established within yourself, then what's going to happen is everyone will test your boundaries and will push your limits, and you will never have a life. And so it's important to know that when it comes to business stuff, it's okay to stick to your guns and to draw those boundaries, but also too, when you're just being yourself. And a lot of times we look at all these marketing companies and all these guys who are out there doing stuff in the field, and they're like, what is so different about them? It's like they're just being themselves. And it's just not, and you can't manufacture authenticity. And a lot of times people try, and that's why they fail. And so when it comes to attracting the right people, we teach people how to treat us. And just like it is true in personal, it's also incredibly true in business, because people will test you, they will push you, and not feel sorry. And so when it comes down to your content, when it comes down to you being yourself, like being your personality, just be you. And we've had clients that we work with, and they're like, so when does the marketing start? And they're like, they're wondering why their phone doesn't stop ringing. But it's like, we're working with them and they create content to quarterback and help them do what they need to do. But it's so natural because it just flows out of their heart. And the same principle goes right over to generating your own leads and attracting different types of people. Yeah. And the kinds of people you want to work with and the kinds of people you don't. And then I know you've been in a position too where you're like, I have these people that I love working with, and then I have these little group of people that I'm just like, I'm counting the days down until they leave. Or you're counting the days down until you have a right to fire them as a client. You don't want to be there. And so it's okay to be upfront and be yourself, and using networking as a way to build strategic alliances is more important now than ever when it comes to business, and being able to understand what people truly stand for, and to listen with the intention to understand while you're talking to them, not trying to just really quick pitch them and then try to get them on a call and then have a transactional relationship. Because yes, business is transactional, but at the root of it, it's relational. And if you don't have that bloodline established with that person, so to speak, is that like that tap, just a connection with them, no pun intended, on the connection machine. But it's the truth, because if you're not networking and building relationships strategically, then you're going to be attracting the wrong people. I guarantee it all happens in those conversations where we're not doing our due diligence. But a lot of times people overlook social capital. They're trying to get they're trying to get money, but they're always overlooking and trying to rush to the sale sometimes too fast. And then they get into it too quick, and they're like, now the money doesn't look that great. Because we all know all money ain't good money. And so with using networking as a way to build strategic alliances right now, I would advise anybody to slow down, so you can slingshot further ahead. It may feel like they're being pulled back, and they're like, I don't really want to do it. I want to go full force on this. Breathe for a second, because the bigger deals take a little bit longer sometimes to put together. Sometimes all that can be resolved in a funnel. And that's where, I would definitely advise anybody to spend time building relationships with building strategic alliances behind the scenes, instead of just trying to build all the tools out.
Well said, man. The authenticity is correct. You can't just teach that. You have to bring that out. You have to be real with the people in your audience and treat social media, treat your business as your community. And yeah, you're going to have to fire some of your clients. I'm at that point now. I'm tired of certain things that are happening, and there's people I can't deal with. And there's certain things that they're not listening. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that's sometimes people that want that. They don't want to have, but I want this. People call me up and they're saying, I need to insure this for this amount. And I'm like, where did you get this number from? Oh, well, I'm like, are you doing insurance now? Like, I don't understand where this is coming from. So let me do my job. Let them do their job as far as being their, prospect. And I'll teach you. I want to be authentic with you and be real, but you got to have that going in. So well said, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Jennifer, how are you? Please share.
Doing really well. It's nice to be here in Central Jersey too, and seeing sunshine. It's great. This is a great topic, and I agree with everything that you said, Jeremy, about relationships being so important and being real. And I find that, in the field that I'm in, my background is in health education. So it's a lot of relationships and finding ways to help people. And the value of conversations, it's so important, because you might meet someone and you might think, okay, I think I can help them in a certain way, but you don't really know until you really get into a conversation and hear their needs and hear what's going on. And sometimes what you thought you can help them with, you're helping them with something totally different in a different topic. And it takes time. And I'd say in this world this year of focusing on networking as far as social media, because we're not really we weren't out and about so much. That's so important. And to really go for those conversations. Like you said, pick up the phone instead of a text, instead of sending a Facebook message, because that can get, send a voice clip. And that, because I've been doing that a lot lately. And actually, I've been getting feedback from people. Oh, it's so nice to hear your voice. Like, a lot of people don't expect that. So use your voice clip so they could hear your excitement. They could hear your that you're genuine. And then set up a call, just like a one-on-one call, to get to know somebody. And if you can make it a Zoom, even better, because then you can see each other. So doing things like that really has been working well, and I've made great connections, in doing things like that.
Yeah, there has to be a time that people have to understand. You can't do things like it was in the past. This is a different, new way of doing business, and it's not going away. Like, even when things open up and anywhere in the country starts opening up again. And I know some places are open more than others, but it's going to be, I like this. Everyone has that excuse. Oh, I have kids. I don't have time. Well, you can have a live, and you could also have part like this, and you can get tons more people, more engagement, more excitement, and getting people some value, and it's funny to me. And I call you guys your action takers, because I asked people, who wants to come on today. I have some scheduled ones, but recently I wanted to try different things and pull people out and have people, share. And it's comical to me. It's like, wow. Now, we were talking, Jeremy, before we came live, how you give opportunities to certain people, and some people take it and some people don't. When you have opportunities, you got to seize those opportunities and try and promote and make it happen. But people say, oh, I don't want to, do something different. Other people are not doing that. Well, that's why we're changing the game right now, Oh,
yeah, absolutely. And my non-negotiable that I would like to share is really sticking with a schedule. And that's personally, we're always looking to grow ourselves and develop ourselves. And that's something that I've been working on. And this week, actually, even, and really being mindful of consistency and scheduling things in so that I get what I have to get done for my job, business, family, but also self-care. Like, self-care is so important. And I was finding that I was doing everything, and then if I didn't work out, that's okay. Well, no, that's not okay, because I need to take care of myself, or, meal planning for my family. So it's not crazy, if I plan, and then you do what you say you're going to do. So the scheduling and being consistent really is a non-negotiable for me in getting everything done.
I agree. And those that are watching, and a bunch of you are on, they're popping in and out. Please hashtag live if you're watching live. Where are you watching us from? If you have questions, if you want to jump on this live, I have the link and I've put it into all the group, the personal page, and also YouTube channel. Click the link, come on screen, you'll come backstage, and we'll have you promote yourself as well. So that's something I want to offer anyone that's there, that's taking some time out of their day and jumping on. A lot of people, it's funny, they watch a lot of video, they go to webinars, but they don't want to take action. And it's like, man, I love taking action. And I'll try it until I fail. And failure is not really anything bad. It's when you're learning the most. And I have, in the last year, have transformed myself physically. And I've been on this whole, kind of kick to get others that are in small business and that are entrepreneurs to start focusing on themselves. People say I have no time to work out, to meal prep, to take care of myself. That's a problem. They all can make appointments for their business, but they're not doing it for themselves. Jeremy, how important is fitness and healthy lifestyle to you?
Man, that's one of those things where if I don't have the energy to do anything, then what's the point, And that's where you look at your body. We look at these machines and these production lines that we want to put up in our business to be able to pull back and work on them. But then we don't look at our number one asset being ourselves. And, that's where a lot of times, even with a lot of our clients, the number one thing that we have to get past is they're there between their ears, and to make sure that your mental health is lined up with what you foresee, and being able to, because Proverbs talks about the way a man sees himself, or the way anybody sees themselves, is the way they'll be. Being the operative word there. And because it's so true, no matter what it is, if you've ever gone to a mastermind, if you've gone to any of it, all of it goes back to how you see yourself and think about yourself and the image that you see yourself in. And so it goes back to your number one asset and your health, and in your mental well-being too. All of it's got to be aligned, so that way what you're seeing, because what you're doing right now is what we do right in the current moment is the standard that we believe that we're worthy of. And if we're not pushing towards something greater, if we're not hungrier for something bigger, then we're not going to optimize our body, which is a machine, to get there either. So it's like once you change the perception of what you have about yourself, then your health will follow suit as well. With your eating habits, with any kind of exercise routines, whether it's calisthenics at the house or if it's just body weight exercise, whatever the case is, whatever your goals is, if it's bulk, lean, mass, whatever you want to go do, everything has its own regimen and its own routine. But it's important that no matter, like for me, I got to get better at my fitness, but I know for eating healthy and making sure that I have my occasional 2 or 3 honey buns a week or so, it's whatever, my wife, all right, Mrs. Freshly, but it's like when it comes down to overall and making sure that I have a clear mind, I have a sharp focus, and I'm able to think clearly, I can't afford not to do that. One day I can't afford to do that. I want to make sure that if I'm guiding my team, if I'm guiding my clients, if I'm guiding any business partners that we have, that I'm able to operate not only in my body, in my well-being, but also in my mind as well. So I feel like really tying in mental health and physical well-being is extremely important, because if you don't, I'll throw it away. And I didn't make that 2-pointer, but but it's important to be able to know that your physical well-being doesn't start just in your body; it starts in your mind too, and how we see ourselves.
Oh yeah, Jennifer, how would you add, or what's your take?
Well, absolutely. My philosophy and my teaching for 20 years. I taught health in high school, and I would tell this to my students. Health and wellness is it's a wheel. There's so many components and parts to it, and it's not just physical. Mental is so important, but then you have your spiritual and you have your social, which is your relationships and how you communicate, and you have the environment. It's all connected. And just for productivity, even if people, they don't focus on their health and their fitness and their wellness, they're not going to be productive in their life, in whatever they're doing. You can be an amazing scientist, right? The smart person, but if your health and you're filled with disease and you don't have energy, how are you going to be that productive in what you're doing. So it's so important for anybody in any walk of life. Your number one priority should be your health, that total health.
And it's crazy to me that people don't take it as serious as it is.
And it's being proactive and preventative for the future.
And
time flies by for people because you're so busy. They can't slow down.
I have young girls, right? I'm 44 years old.
What? No.
I don't want to be a 65, 75, 80-year-old dad, and that maybe that time grandpa, but we'll see. But I don't want to be that always just on it with a cane. He's not doing anything. He's sitting down in his recliner. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the active man. Damn, your dad can keep up still. That's what I want. That's what I focus on.
My dad can beat your dad.
That's my goal, is to get to that, and stay that. And it could be done, but you have to hold yourself accountable. That's another thing. What are some things let's talk about accountability. Like, how do you hold yourself accountable, Jennifer?
Again, my schedule is very important to me. I have an accountability group, and we talk not just business but life too, because it all impacts what you do, and our health, since that is my business too. That is a priority. So I have people of the same mindset, and we do hold ourselves accountable. Love text groups and Zoom meetings early in the morning. What was your day? What was your activity? So that really helps.
Jeremy,
and in the house too, because I would say, like, my husband too. When you're talking about your health, he made such a transformation in the beginning of this year, and for exercise, he doesn't want to break the cycle. However many days, 60 days, he's like, it's 60 days. I don't care if it's drizzling. I'm going to go out and I'm going to get my workout in, my steps in, and I'm cooking better and planning, and he's eating vegetables he never ate before. So the partnership at home, with each other is huge.
That you have to have that for sure. And it's not just a diet. It's not just working out. Some people say, well, because I worked out yesterday and it was Good Friday, and my wife made a comment, oh, it's Good Friday, but it doesn't matter what day it is. I want to focus on me and and it's only half hour, 45, an hour, depends on what you do. Eating, hey, I have some alcohol every once in a while. I eat, pizza or Chinese food.
Hey, wine kills the bugs in your stomach, okay?
Yeah. So I try to overall, my thing is, I'm not on a diet. I'm moderately eating, and I'm going to, indulge every once in a while, and I'll have to work out a little bit more. That's important. And I love how you have an accountability group, and your husband holds you accountable. Jeremy, what about you? What about the accountability piece for you?
I have a wife. And I'm a newlywed.
Congratulations! Yep, congratulations.
But we had our 1 year anniversary on Valentine's week during our wedding ceremony. So you talk about it, God. If y'all need proof that God exists, there's a miracle right there. We knocked out 3 of them in one, so that way I can have a reminder because God was looking out for me in the future. But now I definitely have with my wife, but also I have a couple of guys that I keep in close contact. I keep a very close circle, and so it's definitely community and making sure that my wife has a much stricter eating diet and routine than I do. So if I decide to go, one day I'm like, you know what? I can go ahead and just cut this off because she's already making it. Kind of like, put some Legos in place, but just really, but really, it's mainly just the guys that I have really close in my circle. I've got 2 or 3 of them that I always call if I need help with something, or if there's something I feel like I'm being pulled in a certain direction. I get counsel from, and a multitude of counsel is just wisdom. So it's very important to have the sounding board, because even too, I've always had father figures in my life growing up. And so I keep a lot of them close as well. So there's different levels of accountability, and so different levels of permission people can speak into my life. And they're very aware of those boundaries. And that's where, if any of them, I need anything goes on in those certain areas of life, I have them on speed dial, and being able to also have have a wife as well, that she's, whenever I need it in the back of the head. And so, but absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. You have to have somebody that holds you accountable. I have coach, I have best friends that you reach out to. You have to have, a significant other. Those are people that will keep you, on the straight and narrow, keep you
And all
moving
different
forward.
degrees too. Like all
Yes.
different angles. Some can speak in different areas. Others are like, you better shut your face. Like.
Hey, this is something that I do also for business size. Anytime I have meetings, I always do a selfie. And I share that on social media because the meeting never happened unless you selfied, right? Because people didn't know. How do I know you met with Jeremy Wanger? Look, I had a picture with him.
Just ask him.
It actually proves that you're doing things, and it's important to show going back to when we're talking about authenticity, sharing what you're going through in your day. People want to know what you're doing. People are very, very private, and that's okay. You could be super private, but share some things here and there. Like I go into detail with my daughter Natalie, who had a liver transplant on May 10th of 2019, and how we had to battle through that, and how she's healthy, really healthy now. But it was a dark time, and we shared that. People say, "Why did you share?" That's a little private, because other people go through things, and you have to understand. We all go through things, but people talk about it, and people just hold it in. And I think it's better to educate, add value, have people get on your side and understand, like, I'm a human being. I'm not going to, and this goes back to sales and business. I'm not going to screw you over. You see my family. That's a huge thing. I'm not going to, I do what I do, and I do it right because of the people around me. And that's who, in the end, hold me accountable as well, my kids and everything else. Now, I'm all about taking and keeping our time, because I know your time is important. We have a couple minutes left. Let's do a final thought, and then how do they get in contact with you after the call? And if you're catching this at the end of our live, drop any questions we have, or wait until it uploads and watch the beginning of it, because there's lots of value here. So Jeremy, please share any final thoughts, and then how those that are watching can get out and reach out to you.
Yeah, I mean, the final thought, I'd say that with any of the people that I get the opportunity to work with, as far as our clients in the past and now, the number one thing I see everyone struggling with is the ability to slow down. Take time for yourself. Really, truly. If you don't do anything else today, take an hour for you. Lock everyone else out and just tell them to shut up, in your mind. Don't tell them that to your face. You just say in your mind, just say, you just shut the door and throw the key away and invest in, just do nothing. Why is it so hard for us to do nothing? Right. And so it's like, and that's like, block out that 1 hour and literally do nothing. So that way you can refresh, your brain can recharge and repair, but also you can dream a little. Just take some time to dream today. Forget about logistics. Forget about all of this stuff. Just look back and remember what that fire inside of you was in the beginning, your first love, and why you started. But yeah, people can get in touch with me. I mean, I can drop my website down below, and everyone can just they can book a discovery call. But really, the main thing is like where I'd love to work with folks at. We're doing a lot of mastermind launches right now, and which are like low overhead, and it's like over 5,000 to 10,000 in the first 30 days. So working with a lot of service providers to help them with kicking that off. So I'd love to connect with folks on that front and be able to help them in that degree. But slow down today, please. Just take an hour for you. Take an hour for you, please. For the sake of everybody else, take an hour for you.
For sure. Thank you, Jeremy and Jennifer.
Thank you. I love that. That's definitely, we need to take time for ourselves. And I would encourage all of you who are watching to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Whether you're watching this live and we don't see you, or you're catching this on the replay and you're like, I want to join that. Do it. Just try it. Make some new friends. Make some new connections on social media. Reach out with a voice clip, or can we talk? Meet new people, step out of the comfort zone, because you don't know, what that's going to turn into. And I would love to connect with any of you. So reach out, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, just send me a message and we can connect.
No, I appreciate you guys coming on today, sharing some wonderful ideas and strategies and tips for those that are watching. And it'll replay. It'll be in groups. If anyone's catching it late, definitely wait till the end. It'll upload again, and just definitely share it out to your family and your friends that we can also help. And I like what you guys shared as far as those tips for the final thoughts. I love stepping out of the comfort zone. I would love to challenge those that are watching to start doing lives. We didn't script anything. Do a live and do it consistently, one a day. And it could be 30 seconds, do a minute, and that's it. Just jump on, say who you are, what you do, and what you're doing that day. But do it every single day and watch what happens. People are going to see you're in the feed consistently. You're making things, you're making moves. And I just definitely challenge all of you, if you have an opportunity, seize those opportunities. We hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy and happy Easter. Thank you guys for coming today, and we'll see you all later. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Yes.